Right, so here in front of me is a TECHNICS SA-EH790. It's the model below my personal stereo, which is a SA-EH790. Pretty much the same stereo design wise, apart from mine has a fan inside it. And it's a little different in the design, but the board layout is pretty much the same. And I got this over a year ago. In fact, you can see R2015. I got this in about November last year. And it's October now, so it's almost a year ago. I got this originally with two broken speakers. Both of them had the subs caved in. The tweeters were mashed up. The mids were mashed up. And I've rebuilt the one speaker. We've got a new sub, well, not a new sub, but a replacement sub for the actual TECHNICS speaker. Got that off eBay. I got another mid and another tweeter. So I have a good speaker. I still need to rebuild the other one, but the stereo was faulty anyway. I was given this, well, I got this for free. This was faulty, no sound output. Tried it on my speakers, totally dead. I had filmed it originally, but I deleted it because my solid state drive was getting full of stuff. So I deleted the footage for this because I just gave up on it because I was too busy that time last year. And anyway, halfway through testing it, you see the amp IC. And by the way, here's the inside of this. There's the protection board, the transformer, the rectifier, the filter caps. It's all high quality stuff. TECHNICS is built by Panasonic, by the way, and Panasonic caps and Nichicon caps. This is the amplifier module, which in this one is a RSN 311W64A. It's an IPM module, integrated power module, which means it has the controllers, the transistors, the diodes all in one package, as we see here. The original one blew up on me after trying to get it to work for a few hours. You know, there was no sound. I was playing with all the settings and that, and it just wouldn't output any sound whatsoever. There was not even any DC offset at the speaker terminals, so I spent ages. And here's the front of the old one, because I took the back package away. And eventually, down there, I don't know what happened. I think inside the package there was a diode that blew up, or a transistor, and you can see it scorched the board a little bit. So I knew straight away that this package was failed. These IPM modules, they run really hot because there's so much in one package, and eventually it just fails. I mean, the heatsink's a little warm now, but then again I'm not playing anything. So I ordered the package over a year ago, and it arrived. It come from the United States. I think it was about 20 quid or so. It arrived, I think it was last year sometime, like December or something, and I never got around to installing it. So I had a rebuilt speaker and the IC ready to install, but I never got around to it. I was too busy. But I'm on holiday now and nobody's out today, so I thought I'd have a mess. And TV wise, I'm sorted for today, so I thought I'd get this out and have a play. Soldered in the IC, and we now have audio. It's all working. I've just got this crappy cheap speaker hooked up, the Skytech piece of shit speaker. I'm gonna try and not turn it up that much because I don't want to get the video copyrighted or something, but of course it's not that loud because this is only rated for, I think, about 180 watts output, and these are rated for 400 watts, but these speakers couldn't do 400 watts on a good day. They're absolutely shite. I was given these for free as well, actually. But yeah, the amp is now working, so it's love and bound, all arm it down. All it was just a simple IC replacement. It took me over a year to get around to doing it, but Trying to clear up some of the projects that I've got on, like I've got an LED signboard that I need to finish. I deleted the video on that stupidly. I've got some other stuff as well, computers and that, but TVs have just taken over everything pretty much, so I'm not able to do that much. One of these buggers need fixing, so, but yeah, I finished this so I can actually reassemble this, because this was just left in pieces in the loft. I've still got to find like the back cover and that for this thing. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot, that is. But they do. Mine, the fan doesn't actually run until you turn it up a lot, and then you hear the fan come on at the back. I'm not going to bother adding like a fan to this, no point, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this was it, left in pieces in the loft. That's the receiver thing there. I've got the DVD player and everything with it, but I can now finally reassemble this. I need to find the back cover for it because I don't know where I've put that. Somewhere up there. Then screw it all back together and give it a test, but yeah, it's working. It needs a good clean though. There's gunk and that on the buttons. It's nasty. Mine, actually, I think I bathed this when I first got it because this was disgusting as well. Because people don't take care of this stuff. The reason why this failed, I think, was because of the speakers were damaged. These IPMs, they do get hot and heat does kill them, but I think that because I haven't got any pictures, I don't think, of the speakers when I first got them, but the speakers were just totally mashed in. You know, the cones were destroyed, the wires going through them were all mashed up, and you know, they smelled like they had dog piss on them. I did actually bath the speakers, but they just weren't taken care of, and that's how electronics die if you don't take care of them. And that's probably why this failed. The speaker got mashed in, shorted out the two contacts, overloaded the amp module. I mean, the protections, these do actually have a pretty good protection circuit, but you know, there is a chance that it didn't kick in time and it just blew the amp out. Got some cheap dub music on, hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted. But yeah, replaced the amp IC and thing is working. I've got some thermal paste on the back there, of course, as well. You need thermal paste, so it gets a good bond to this heatsink here. But yeah, these are all right stereos, to be fair, when they're working. I've had mine well over a year now, and I do turn it up quite a lot, and it's been good. Never had an issue out of it, and they sound alright as well. Put it this way, this speaker right now, even though the amp isn't capable of powering it enough, this speaker sounds 10 times better than it does with the actual amp these speakers came with. The amp that these speakers came with was some SPL 400 BT, I think was the model. And it sounds crap, basically. I had to repair that as well, but I didn't do a video because it's too much stuff to do. But yeah, TECHNICS SA-EH790 fixed. I'll probably film the speakers as well before I get those done, before I give it a proper test. But I'm going to reassemble this and call this amp case closed, and we just need to do the speakers. Yeah. Happy with that though, so I've only spent about 20 quid plus about £10 for the speakers and that, so only about 30-40 quid on this. I still need to rebuild the other speaker though, but I'll sort that out later. So yeah, at least the amp is done at last and saved out of the garbage basically. So yeah, I'll get this sealed up